Well, contrary to stories that had circulated last night, there was no meeting here in Manhattan today between NBA Commissioner David Stern and Denver guard Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. None is scheduled either. Rauf remains suspended without pay, period, by the NBA for refusing to stand at attention or even stand at all for the playing of the national anthem prior to games. Now, it's one thing for Rauf to cite religious reasons, though that is specious enough for his actions. It is quite another to have made the outrageous political statements that he has, calling the U.S. a country that represents, quote, oppression and tyranny. The oppressed Rauf will now lose $32,000 a game. That's what he makes during the suspension. He makes $32 grand a game. Hakeem Olajuwon told ESPN Radio today, as a Muslim, that there is no tenet in Islam that would dictate one not stand for a national anthem. Rauf trying to explain things this way.
I'm able to make a lot of money in the United States, and I'm from here. And I'm not saying, again, that it represents everything bad. I never said that. I'm just saying that it also represents the bad. And when I see in other parts of the country, I just don't look at the United States. I just don't look at the Muslim issue. I look at the Caucasian American, I look at the African American being oppressed in this country. So, and I don't stand for that. And I'll never stand for that.
This thing is very ridiculous. To see the man being suspended after 70 games, 60 games, plus the preseason, they should have known that the Mahmoud haven't participated in that. It's like the man being coming in your house and being sleeping in with your wife and you don't know. You should have known.
His teammate Dikembe Mutombo has said he has been sitting throughout the season for the national anthem, I think, which was unknown to virtually. Thanks, Barb. Hi again, everybody. It is the talk of the sports world today. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf of Denver suspended indefinitely without pay by the NBA for refusing to stand for the playing of the national anthem prior to games. Rauf, who makes $32,000 a game and has beaten Tourette's syndrome only because he lives in a country with the greatest medical care in the world, seems to think the U.S. is, quote, an oppressive country where, quote, tyranny exists.
I talked to him to understand what is his point of view, or how did he understand the Quran or Islamic point of view to stand that issue. But in general, Islamic teachings require every Muslim to obey and respect the law of the countries they live in. That is Islamic teachings. To be a good Muslim is to be a good citizen, to be an example.